What's up, y'all? I'm Tom, and this is Like a Math Class. In this video, we are going to continue our discussion on binomials expansion, and we are going to look at a couple examples of expanding binomials. Let's get to it. All right, so we want to expand and simplify this binomial. So this means we need to take it and do x minus 3 times x minus 3 times x minus 3 times x minus 3. But we're going to use a method that goes through it much quicker. Let me show you how to do that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do Pascal's triangle. We're going to add, or we're going to put these coefficients out here. And then we're going to take this first term in the binomial, and we're going to start here at the highest power, 4, and we're going to decrease from term to term. These are all going to be the terms of the expansion of this. So we're going to have x to the fourth, x cubed, x squared, x to the 0. Then we're going to take this term and we're going to decrease or increase from 0 up to 4. So I'm going to take negative 3 to 0, negative 3 to the first power, negative 3 squared, negative 3 cubed, and negative 3 to the fourth power. And all of these things are added together. Now, if you're thinking, wow, how did he lay all that out so fast? That's amazing. I know it's pretty amazing. But if you want to know the tricks for this, make sure you check out this video here where we go through the whole process of how this works and all these different patterns that I just walked through. You'll see it in that video. And then you can come back here if you haven't seen that to see how this works out with a couple other examples. So now all we have to do is simplify all of this. So we've got x to the fourth times negative 3 to the 0 power. Well, of course, negative 3 to the 0 power is just 1. We don't need to include this 1 right here, so we're just left with x to the fourth. Then we've got 4 times negative 3, so we're going to have negative 12x cubed, and then we're going to have 6 times negative 3 squared, so that's going to be 6 times negative 3, which is 9x squared, and then we're going to have 4 times negative 3 cubed. Negative 3 cubed is negative 27, and that's times x. And then finally, x to the 0, that goes away. Negative 3 to the fourth power is 81. And now we just need to do one last little bit of simplifying here. And we have x to the fourth minus 12x cubed plus 36x squared minus 108x plus 81. And this is this thing, x minus 3 to the fourth power, expanded out. All right, I've got one more example for you where we're going to expand and simplify this. Now, if this looks intimidating and you wouldn't think that you'd be able to do this on your own without some help, or if you're finding this video helpful in general, make sure you give me a like and help spread this out to other people so they can also get the benefit of this video. All right, so we're going to expand this out. We're going to use the same exact method that we did before. We're going to take our binomial expansion. We're going to take 1, 3, 3, and 1. And then I'm going to take my first term, and it's going to start at the cubed power. So I'm going to do 2x cubed. I'm going to take 2x squared, 2x to the first power, and 2x to the 0 power. Now, of course, you don't need to include this. As you get more and more comfortable with this, you're not going to write out all this stuff. But I always do write 1, 3, 3, 1. Whatever the Pascal's coefficient is, I always write that out first. Now, of course, you can drop off the whatever to the 0 power because that's going to be 1 anyway. But definitely put in Pascal's coefficients in there because you're going to miss them otherwise when you're multiplying and simplifying everything out. So we're going to put 1 over x to the 0 power. That's an addition in there. 1 over x to the first power. 1 over x squared. And then finally 1 over x cubed. Now I'm going to start my simplifying. Now here's another thing that people often make a mistake with. This whole thing is cubed. So don't just put the 3 on the x, or don't just cube the 2. Make sure you're cubing this whole piece. So I'm going to have 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8x cubed, and this thing is 1. And then we're going to add that to 2 times 2 is 4x squared. So you know what? I'm just going to do 3 times 4x squared just to keep all track of all that. And then I've got 1 over x. Now I've got 3 times 2x, so that's just going to be 6x over, or times 1 over x squared. And then finally, I've got 1 times 1 times 1 over x cubed. All right, let's do a little bit more simplifying. So here we've got 8x cubed plus 12. Now I've got x squared, that's in the numerator, and that's getting divided by x. So I'm just going to be left with 12x. Now here I've got 6. I've got 1x that would go in the numerator. I've got 2 or x squared in the denominator. So I'm going to have 6 over x. And then finally 1 over x cubed. And here is your expansion of this. Now in the next video, what we're going to do is we are going to unlock this whole thing, and we're going to find the key that gets you to find any term in the sequence without having to expand out the whole thing. And I'll see you in the next video.